Paul Rust recently shared an insightful and candid moment from his time working with James Franco on the set of a promotional event for the film Your Highness. In an episode of his With Gourley and Rust podcast, Rust recalled an incident where he witnessed Franco's frustration boil over after facing heavy criticism for his hosting performance at the 2011 Academy Awards. The 46-year-old actor co-hosted the Oscars alongside Anne Hathaway that year, but their stint as host was widely panned by both critics and audiences. Many considered Franco's performance to be lackluster, and he faced harsh critiques, especially for his seemingly disengaged demeanor and lack of energy throughout the broadcast. According to Rust, this negative feedback had a profound impact on Franco, leading to a dramatic outburst during a promotional event just days after the Oscars. Rust described a promotional event for Your Highness, a film in which both Franco and Danny McBride starred, where the actors were set to engage in a Dungeons & Dragons game with fans as part of the film's marketing campaign. The event was scheduled only 2 days after the Oscars, and Franco, still visibly upset by the negative reactions to his hosting gig, wasn't in the best of moods. Rust, who was present at the event, shared that Franco was clearly struggling with the pressure of the harsh criticism and wasn't putting much effort into his performance during the promotional shoot. According to Rust, Franco's behavior on set was notably off-putting. Rust recounted how Franco seemed to be mumbling his lines with his head down, his usual charismatic and energetic persona absent. This was far from the James Franco people were used to seeing, especially given his track record of captivating performances in films like 127 Hours and Pineapple Express. The actor's subdued performance seemed to reflect his discontent with the public's reception of his work, and his frustration only grew as the shoot went on. The situation escalated when the director attempted to address Franco's behavior. Instead of taking the direction in stride, Franco allegedly grew even more upset. Rust described how Franco broke from the script during a subsequent take and started mocking his own persona, which he had often presented as a self-aware Renaissance man in public appearances. This mockery seemed to be Franco's way of venting his frustration, possibly over the negative attention he had received in the aftermath of the Oscars. It wasn't long before Franco's publicist stepped in to defuse the situation. Rust explained that the publicist leaned over to Franco and reminded him that he was on camera and needed to be mindful of his behavior. Rust recalled the exact words of the publicist, saying, "Why are you saying that? The camera is on you right now. You shouldn't be saying that." This intervention seemed to bring the situation to a halt, as Franco, now aware of his actions, seemingly toned down his behavior for the rest of the promotional event. While the incident may have been an embarrassing moment for Franco, it's understandable that the actor, who was at the height of his career at the time, would be affected by the critical reception to his Oscars performance. The backlash from the hosting gig likely took a toll on his self-esteem and confidence, and the promotional event only exacerbated his feelings of frustration. It's not uncommon for public figures to feel pressure from both their professional responsibilities and the public's perception of them. In this case, Franco's reaction was a clear display of how harsh criticism can impact an actor's mindset, even in casual or lighthearted settings. Rust's recollection of the event sheds light on the pressure that actors face when they're thrust into the public spotlight. The intense scrutiny that accompanies high-profile events like the Oscars can be overwhelming, and sometimes it leads to moments of tension and frustration. It's also a reminder that public figures are, after all, human beings who experience emotions like anyone else. In this instance, Franco's outburst was not just a reaction to the Oscars backlash, but also a reminder of the personal challenges that come with fame and the expectations placed on those in the public eye. This story also highlights the sometimes difficult balance between maintaining one's public image and dealing with personal feelings. Franco, known for his versatility as an actor, director, and writer, had always been someone who seemed to thrive in front of the camera. However, in this particular moment, he was clearly struggling with the aftermath of a less than successful public appearance. It serves as a reminder that even the most seasoned professionals can experience moments of vulnerability and frustration, especially when they are under the microscope of public opinion. While the incident was certainly uncomfortable for Franco, it also showcased the protective role of his team, particularly his publicist, who stepped in to help manage the situation. The reminder to be mindful of his behavior while on camera was likely a crucial intervention in preventing the event from turning into an even bigger controversy. Publicists and other members of an actor's team often play a key role in helping manage their client's public image, especially during moments of crisis or emotional strain. In this case, the publicist's quick thinking may have prevented a more damaging situation from unfolding. Ultimately, the story shared by Paul Rust serves as an interesting glimpse behind the scenes of a promotional event that might have otherwise seemed trivial to the public. It paints a picture of an actor grappling with the aftermath of a challenging professional experience and shows that, behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, there are real human emotions at play. For Franco, the incident at the Your Highness promotional event may have been just one of many moments in his career where the pressure of fame and public opinion clashed with his personal emotions. But it also serves as a reminder that no matter how successful someone may appear on the outside, they can still experience difficult moments just like anyone else. Franco has since continued his career, facing both successes and controversies along the way. His journey as an actor and filmmaker has been marked by both critical acclaim and public scrutiny, but his resilience in the face of criticism is a testament to his ability to navigate the complexities of fame. This behind-the-scenes story, as shared by Paul Rust, adds a layer of depth to the public's understanding of James Franco, showing that even the most composed and accomplished individuals in the entertainment industry are not immune to the pressures of public life. In the end, this episode serves as a reminder that celebrity culture is often more complicated than it appears. It's easy to judge an actor or public figure based on their on-screen persona or public appearances, but stories like these reveal the human side of the individuals behind the headlines. For James Franco, the 2011 Oscars hosting gig may have been a low point, but it's clear that he, like many others in Hollywood, has learned to weather the storm of criticism and continue his career despite the challenges.